Who is Trevor Penning and why do the Jets love him? We're going to talk about it. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today we're talking about Trevor Penning. Ooh, who is Trevor Penning? We're going to do a little profile on him. Before we get started today, I just wanted to mention that you can follow on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, you could also subscribe to the Just Jets podcast, subscribe to the Just Jets Clips channel. All that is down below in the description. New episodes come out every Monday. You can call in, leave me your question. And if you're into live streams, by the way, I should plug that too. Sunday evenings at 7 o'clock, we're doing live streams. So check it out on the channel. Okay, so the biggest storylines of the week have been coming out of Mobile, Alabama and the Senior Bowl. And one thing that I've noticed is the Jets, well, they have some favorites, it seems like. Joe Douglas was spending a lot of time with offensive lineman Trevor Penning. Now, who is Trevor Penning? What do we need to know about him? Is he someone that the Jets could grab? Well, maybe. So the first tweet I saw was that Joe Douglas was spending a lot of time talking up with Trevor Penning, and I wanted to do a little bit more research on him. He's a big boy, 6'7", 340 from Northern Iowa. Play tackle, can play guard, versatile player, kind of like Evan Neal, Ike Ekwonu, which is an obvious fit for the New York Jets at that spot. Now, Will Parkinson, who is on the Turn on the Jets podcast, that's his show. He had a tweet. He's down in Mobile, Alabama. He says Trevor Penning, offensive tackle out of Northern Iowa, is an absolute bully, man. Is moving people. Certainly someone who likes to get into it after the play. He's the tackle version of Ryan Jensen. Now, Ryan Jensen is the center for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and a really damn good one. He's a pest. He's hard to play against, and people probably find him annoying, but if he's on your team, then he's not nearly as annoying, which is kind of exactly what Trevor Penning, he gives off those vibes to me too. So what is Trevor Penning good at, and why would the Jets be interested? Well, he's a good athlete. We know Joe Douglas loves himself some athletes. He drafts based on athletic traits a lot of times. He's a mauler, which is, again, that fits right into the Joe Douglas school of offensive line play. And he's really, really strong. That's it. That's like his strength. The strength that he has on the football field is one of the things he's good at. What he's not great at is technique. Now, that's something that can improve with coaching, obviously, and throughout development, but he's absolutely someone who has a ton of upside, and just the physicality from him is really exciting. Now, where do I think he'll go in the NFL draft? Is he really an option for the New York Jets with any of their first-round picks? Not where they currently are. I would say no. To me, Trevor Penning is absolutely someone who's going to go in the first round. In mock drafts, I've seen him go as high as 8 and as low as 32. I think you're probably likely to see somewhere between 15 and 25. In that range is probably my best guess for where he's going to go. I have him as offensive tackle 4. I would probably go Neal, Ekwonu, Cross, and then Penning probably after that. So obviously at 4, one of Neal and or Ekwonu is going to be there, or even Cross. Like those 3 to me are head and shoulders above the rest, and then it's a little bit of a step down, and then Penning's there. But if the Jets were to trade back, let's say, like, I don't know, the Ravens are at 14, the Eagles are at 15, or the Steelers are what, 20, 19, somewhere in that range, 18 to 20 in that range. Then if they decide to move back with pick 10, maybe that's their option there. But I personally don't see it. And again, they very well could like him, but my guess for what they're going to do is I think it's offensive lineman at 4, wide receiver with the second pick, and that's if they stay at 10 or even move back a few spots. It seems like Ekwonu is someone that they also really, really like a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was the pick at 4. Drake London's name's been coming up a lot, and it makes sense. Garrett Wilson, just Traylon Burks, one of those wide receivers, I think seems like it would make a ton of sense to go along with what the Jets are trying to do here. And they each have their own strengths. Like Traylon Burks is like almost like a big Deebo Samuel. Then you have Drake London, who's a contested catch guy, just go up big and get the ball, be a nice red zone threat. And then Garrett Wilson just gets open. He's a separator. So they, obviously they have their strengths. It's just interesting though, with the Jets being down in Mobile, they have obviously the opportunity to take a look at these guys, and maybe Penning is someone that they really value. Maybe they wouldn't take a offensive lineman F4 and instead would wait until later on in the first round to do it, or they'd move back to do it and get even more assets. I'm not sure, but as of right now, I don't think Penning is on the board for them at 4 or 10. Again, if they trade back, different story, but they're keeping an eye on him, and that's something to keep note of, and we'll keep track of it. But if you haven't seen him play, watch the tape. He's a lot of fun. As I said, mauler is probably the best way to describe him. So that'll do it. Sound off in the comments. Are you intrigued by him? Do you want the Jets to draft him? What do you want them to do? Let me know. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe here if you're new, and I'll talk to you next time.